All right, day 27. Welcome back to another day of favor. We're in day 27 of 31 days of favor. That means we're in Proverbs chapter 27. And we're going to talk about friendships once again. We talked about it a few days earlier, but this is a subject that I believe, again, requires or demands an additional input regarding friendship and wisdom, relationships. You know, friendship is the foundation of all healthy relationships, including marriage. You know, when Jesus said, "There's no greater love than this, than a man will lay down his life for his friends." You know, he didn't say there's no greater love than a man will lay down his life for his wife, but he said for a friend. Why? Because friendship is even the cornerstone of a marriage. And so friendship is literally the building block of any long-standing relationship. And he said that, and as the master teacher himself mentioned, that a man will lay down his life for his friends, because at the end of the day, that is the characteristic of what makes true love love, because a friend loves at all times, right? So we learned that in a previous chapter. But in Proverbs 27, we see three more verses about friendship that I want to highlight, and then I want to provide wisdom for you, because now if you enter into relationships without wisdom, you increase the likelihood of it ending in disaster. And there's so much pain and so much heartache in people's lives because they enter into partnerships and friendships, relationships with people lacking the wisdom they need. And as a result of that, when they don't have the wisdom, they make wrong decisions, and then ends up not working out for them. And so I'm going to start from verse 5. No, I'm going to start from verse 4. Wrath is cruel and anger a torrent, but who is able to stand before jealousy? You know, jealousy is the most uncontrollable sin. When a person is overtaken by jealousy, you better be careful. I know about a number of people who either their lives are radically destroyed or even taken from them because of jealousy. And it's something that you ought to, it's not cute. You know, some people get into friendships and relationships and they see the jealousy and they think it's cute. But there are people who are bullied. There are people who are shot. I know of a woman who unfortunately had a friend who was jealous of her, and this woman took water and put stuff in the water and threw it in her face, burned her face off because she was jealous. Jealousy is not something that is cute, and we got to stay away from it. The Bible says, "Wrath is cruel, anger a torrent, but who is able to stand before jealousy?" Verse 5, "Open rebuke is better than love carefully concealed." Open rebuke is better, which means that to genuinely love is to reveal the truth. That it's better for me to manifest the truth and speak the truth, tell the truth, get the truth out in the open. And it's better to tell a person the truth than it is to conceal the truth and say that it's love. No, because real friends can tell you the truth. And if you don't have anybody around you that can tell you the truth, then you don't even know who's authentic in your life. You don't know what relationships are true or genuine. And so these are all markers for me. When I think about who I consider friends in my life, I think about who tells me the truth, and I think about who I can tell them the truth. If I tell somebody the truth and they get angry at me, then I know I can't be a friend to them, right? And so it goes both ways. And so these are some of the things you need to learn to practice and put into practice in order for you to find genuine friendships. Solomon goes on, he says in verse 6, "Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful." An enemy, an enemy's kiss, the Bible says, is worse than the wounds of a friend. That you should rather being hurt by a friend than to desire the kisses of an enemy. And so all of these things are going back to the same statement or the same sentiment that, an enemy's kiss is just them telling you what you want to hear, flattery. But then a friend may tell you the truth and it may hurt you, it may cut. But at the end of the day, they really love you. A friend loves at all times. And so that desire to love the truth is extremely important. And wisdom loves the truth. And if you don't love the truth, a person can lie to you and tell you anything you want to hear, and they can be jealous, they can be envious, they can be plotting against you, but you will never know because you're too afraid of the wounds of a friend. And the Bible says that you should rather desire to be hurt by someone who loves you. Let me fast forward a little bit further. He tells us in verse 14. I skipped one. Verse 10. Do not forsake your own friend or your father's friend, nor go to your brother's house in the day of your calamity. Better is a neighbor nearby than a brother far away. So much gems in here that Solomon is sharing. Don't forsake your own friend or your father's friend, nor go to your brother's house in the day of your calamity. Better is a neighbor nearby than a brother far away. There is so many things that we do in life in which sometimes we again, the people who are closest to us knows us. The people that are closest to us, they see things about us. And so oftentimes people will avoid speaking to the people that are closest to us to try to get advice or instruction from people who really don't know us. And it's better to go to somebody who actually is closer to you, to be able to ask them suggestions about what you should do, how you should do things differently, or maybe considering getting their input before making a decision because of the fact that they are in your community, they're in your circle. Okay? It gets better. We jump down to verse 14. He who blesses his friend with a loud voice, rising early in the morning, will be counted as a curse to him. He who blesses his friend with a loud voice, rising early in the morning, it will be counted a curse to him. And you know what Solomon is talking about here? He's speaking about a person who's using excessive flattery. Excessive flattery all day raises suspicion. It raises suspicion of selfishness. He said it will be counted as a curse to him. What does that mean? Somebody who, I have friends, but I don't got to speak highly about my friends every single day, all day. If somebody is always constantly trying to boast about you or speak highly of you, most likely they're trying to butter you up because they have another agenda. Real friends, true friends, I love them, but I don't have to butter them up. I don't have to sweet talk them. We're friends, right? And he's speaking about the fact that, once again, flattery is often connected to selfish gain. The person will use words and will use even kisses. Enemies' kisses will sometimes lead to selfish gain. And that's what Judas did when he betrayed Jesus. That he spoke highly of Jesus, only to go and tell the people that he was about to betray him to, that the person I'm going to come and I'm going to give a kiss, that's the one who is the Christ. And he set him up that way. And so it's something that you, the viewer, I want you to get a hold of this, that not everybody who says friend, friend is really a friend. Just like Jesus said, not everybody who says Lord, Lord really knows him. Okay? And so you got to look for the person who is down to tell you the truth, the person who will be, who won't just tell you everything you want to hear. That's not the definition of friendship. Sometimes a real friend is going to tell you what you don't want to hear at a moment you don't want to hear it. but because they love you, they're willing to tell you the truth. And I think there's another verse in here somewhere. Where is that? I wanted to get to. Yeah, verse 17, Proverbs 27:17. As iron sharpens iron, so a man sharpens the countenance of his friend. Another thing you want to know about iron, about friends, is that the Bible says that friends are like two pieces of iron sharpening one another. Friends make you better. Friends make you better. Don't tell me somebody's your friend and they're not adding value to your life. They're not making you better. They're not improving your life. If your life is getting worse, you're finding yourself getting into increased mischief. You're finding yourself getting into drama. You find yourself getting into contentiousness with people, and this person is your friend. You probably got a talebearer on your side, and who's stirring up the strife in your life. And so, friends are those who are going to improve the quality of your life. And so, yeah, you guys got about 4 different gems and 4 different nuggets in this one chapter that you can begin to process. And I want you to look back and evaluate your friends and think about who are the people in your life that actually are telling you the truth. Who are the people that probably said something to you that you didn't like, but you knew it was right? Those are the people that you want to keep in your own life. And you, as a friend, this is something that you need to begin to practice. Love is uncomfortable. And if you're going to be a true friend, you got to learn how to have difficult conversations sometimes with the people that you say you love. And as you do so, you'll find yourself increasing the quality of your friendships. After this video, some of you guys might go from 10 friends to 2 friends because you're realizing that a lot of them were not true friends. But it doesn't matter. You rather have 2 good quality friends than to have 10 false friends. All right. So that's all for today. Leave a comment. Let me know which thought or which proverb or what verse in the proverb stood out to you. And I'll see you in day 28.